Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the Lucky Hit Podcast, episode 19.
Yay.
Almost at 20 now. That's another same milestone.
It's the penultimate. We're going to stop. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
We ain't ever stopping, yo.
Except for that week. The other week. Other than that.
When we stopped.
Yeah. Other than that time when we stopped, we ain't going to stop.
Welcome back to Lucky Hit Podcast. Some of the energy is just gone.
It's just
none. I have no energy.
Drink that coffee.
Yeah, well, welcome to I'm Murray Curry, and this week I am joined. I'm joined by
the Gagaman.
And CherryTerrier.
And
So there's three of us.
Yeah, there's three of us. No feels.
You never know what you're going to get with
Yeah.
us. Like every week now, it's a slight shuffle in people.
I think that also counts for us. We never know what we're going to get.
We never know what we're going to get. No. Yeah, unfortunately, Phil couldn't make it.
No.
Cat's working, so she couldn't make it.
So
So it's the three of us.
yeah, that's cool.
It's
That's
better than
all
two,
good.
I guess.
Yeah.
Usually, sometimes it's just two of us. But there might be next week. I don't know yet.
Welcome to another fun-packed podcast of Rudy.
Podcast. I thought you said podcast of Rooney for a minute. It's like
No.
we wouldn't be talking about Rain Rooney.
Podcast of Rudy Roo.
Rooney Roo.
Let's have a track and then crack right on with it.
Yeah.
Right, we're back. Yep.
Yep.
We sure.
What is this, King of the Hill?
Yep. We sure.
Just
have
sitting there
that.
drinking and yep. Yep. Except we're drinking tea and coffee, not
Well,
beers or whatever.
English version of.
English version.
So-
bowler hats. And...
Well, we am's definitely back, and that was sorry. I still haven't got any energy. That was Man the Meat from
Man meat.
Man meat.
Beat 'em and eat 'em.
meat.
Beat them and eat them.
That was
Yuck.
Kick them and dick them.
That's from No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle on the Wii. Because they didn't remake the second one, did they? They only remade the first one. Yeah.
They just put some of the bosses from the second one in the remake of the
That
first
annoys
one,
me,
for
'cause
some reason.
That does annoy me because that well and truly says we're not doing the second one. Have a couple of
Pretty much.
Just palm myself with that.
Yeah.
No, I really like the second one. In fact, it's probably my favourite Wii game. Really,
Yeah, I
really
remember you
good.
played another song from it a while back.
That's right, yeah.
What was that again? I can't
That
remember.
was another one of
the job
the 8-bit,
songs,
yeah.
8-bit job songs, yeah.
that was called Bug Out, and that was
Bug
stage
Out.
4 of that. Yeah, so basically, yeah, all the for anyone who may or may not have played the first or second No More Heroes game, it's a very interesting way of unlocking each stage. You have to pay a fee to get into the stage, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah.
And you do it through like weird odd jobs.
Yeah.
And,
I've played the first one, but not the second one.
yeah. Well, basically, it's
I
the
do
same
like it.
thing. We do the odd jobs, but with the second one, they made it really interesting. They made all the jobs like fun, sort of like a lot of people say NES games, but they actually weren't. They were more like the generation before that.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was one that was like there's one that's basically what's it called, Pipe Mania. There's just that basically.
Oh.
It's like Pipe Mania. There's a jetpack sort of one. You know,
Oh, okay. So
and
it's
then
like
you go to
C64 kind of game.
Yeah, it is. It's more like
Yeah.
it's more like C64 kind of thing. Yeah, because even the pizza delivery one was done more like the older generations of those road. You know, like
Yeah.
what would you call them? Just scrolling? I don't know the actual term for them.
What's
Yeah, like hang on style. Well, yeah, it's like the road coming at you.
Oh, I don't know really.
Yeah, I swear they have a particular name.
Well,
Anyway,
I know all Sega's ones, all the games like Afterburner and Space Harrier are called
Yeah.
Super Scalar games.
oh, there we go. That'll do.
that counts. Just using sprites to give the sense of 3D.
That's it.
Basically.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, sorry. So yeah, all the jobs are done like that. So the themes I'm using, that one there, Man to Meat and Bug Out, were from the side, what do you call them, mini games.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're just really fun, nice little songs. I think they're incredibly
I
catchy.
can't remember if you actually explained all this last time you played one, but
I think I did. Yeah,
probably.
Probably.
Wait, we just put it out there anyway. Again.
Yeah.
Right, we've got some news.
I'm not finished.
You're not finished, okay.
I'm finished. Gone.
Bit of a slow news week, nothing much happened, just Xbox One came out. Other than that, Xbox One came out, that's about it.
Just Xbox One.
That's all. Well, actually, Mario 3D World came out this week, as
Mario
well
World
as
3D World
Mario New Super Mario 3D Mario World Luigi World 3D World.
Just chuck a bit of Luigi in.
Yeah, that came out this week as well, and so did that new Zelda game on 3DS. 3D World's looking really bloody good.
Yeah, I know.
Like, the reviews that are going in are just crazy. If anything, it looks more impressive visually than most next-gen games so far, in my opinion, just because it's such
That's
a nice
great.
style, and they've got
That's
really
funny
nice
actually, because that's what Galaxy kind of did when
yeah,
that first came
same.
out. 'Cause remember how impressive that looked for the Wii?
Absolutely incredible.
'Cause
It's
people
just a
were-
shame the Wii wasn't HD. 'Cause
People
it
were always
would have looked better
dissing.
than
Yeah,
everything.
I know. Yeah. Well, people were always dissing the Wii, and then Galaxy came out, and everyone was like, actually.
It's just a shame there weren't many other games that look that
I
good.
know. It's like
It's just like
they just
something
didn't
about
bother.
that. Something about that team, Tokyo EAD, that just really know how to max out Nintendo hardware.
Yeah.
Like they did with the game they did before Galaxy was Donkey Kong Jungle Beat on the GameCube. I think it was ported to the Wii as well, but like on the GameCube version was better because you had to use the bongo. It was a 2D platformer, but I think my phone's been silly. It's disconnecting and reconnecting.
My nose is being silly as well, sneezing.
I doubt anyone heard that. So yeah, that stuff came out. Obviously, we're not playing it yet.
Well, it's
I do
funny
want to get a
because-
Wii U eventually, but Maybe soonish. Actually.
Oh, yeah.
That is the first like system seller, I think.
I want it for Christmas.
There is actually quite a good bundle that Nintendo's put out, and I wouldn't be surprised if some of the shops start reducing it as well. It's a £300 bundle. It's the black Wii U with all the extra hard drive space and that.
Cool.
It's got new Super Mario Brothers, new Super Luigi U or whatever it's called, the expansion pack.
That's right.
I think it's got both the current Wii Sports because they've only put out 2 of the Wii Sports games on it. Yeah, the remakes of Wii Sports, the tennis and the bowling. They're putting them out separately. Okay. And I think you pay like £6 or £10 or something to get them permanently. Huh. It's got them 2 with it, just like permanent passes for those. It's got a Mario hat.
Yay!
It's got a Mario themed Wii remote, so it's like red with the M on it.
Oh, nice!
And it's got 3D World, and it's £300. So
that's not bad.
Pretty good bundle.
That's not a bad bundle.
I don't know if anyone's going to be doing it in any cheaper bundles, but if I do find a bundle that comes with 3D World, I'm not as fussed about new Super Mario U myself, but I mean,
I've played that. It's alright.
Yeah, they're okay. They're kind of like the Sonic 4 games, really. They're just sort of they're enjoyable, but they're not like they're better than Sonic 4, but like they actually play like classic Mario, unlike Sonic 4. But like the first Sonic 4. Sonic 4 Episode 2 is alright, but whatever.
But yeah, I was gonna say because you actually got a chance to have a go on 3D World, didn't you?
Yeah, 4-player at
Eurogamer.
Well, yeah, we played it at Eurogamer briefly, but we also played it at MCM.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, really
I was going to say because I haven't actually played it myself, but what really sold me on it was when I watched the Nintendo Direct. Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah. They showed all them like 10.
Yeah, they showed all the new ideas they chucked in,
and they've made it so you can unlock a Rosalina from Mario Galaxy as a playable character, and she's got like the Mario Galaxy spinny move and stuff. Yeah, so that was really cool.
So it's because of that sold me on it, because I thought, just everything has been thrown into this game.
What's quite funny is go on.
Yeah, it's actually nice to see a previously non-playable character being made playable for once.
Yeah, people really did respond well.
They should just put like every. They should put Wario and Waluigi as well. I just want to see Waluigi in one of the main platformers. It'd be so bloody funny.
Yeah, pretty much.
That'd be really funny.
Yeah. So, do you know anything about how Zelda's doing? I'm just going to imagine it's.
I know. Yeah, 3DS one's just come out. Apparently, that's supposed to be really good as well. Surprisingly. But, yeah.
Well, I mean, I really like the look of that one, and when I do eventually get a bloody 3DS, that'd be nice. I will be grabbing that.
Yeah, same. The Xbox One also launched this week. I have to admit, even though obviously we've been constantly slagging the thing off, I actually think it's got a better launch lineup than the PS4. I think Sony actually kind of dropped the ball a bit with they like a lot of the games like Drive Club and Watch Dogs got delayed, so they're not coming out at launch. And I just don't think the first party stuff on the PS4 was that interesting at launch. It was all just kind of like just like typical launch stuff. Just like it's just kind of there. But the Xbox One's got that Killer Instinct, the new Killer Instinct on it, and it actually looks better than the originals. It actually looks like a more competent fighting game. You know the older combo breaker stuff that was in the original? It's actually got a combo breaker. So if you try to do a combo on someone and they do a combo breaker, you can break the combo breaker to do the combo. Even though it's like free to play, they actually give you quite a lot of the content to start with. You only get like one character, but apparently they're going to switch the characters around, the free character around occasionally. Okay. And I think it was like for $20 you get the whole game, and it even comes with the original arcade game, which actually hasn't.
So is it like a freemium then?
Yeah. One thing that's a bit concerning about all the Xbox One games though is pretty much all of them have microtransactions in some fashion. Like I was really looking forward to Crimson Dragon. It was going to be a 360 game. It's by the Panzer Dragoon developers. It's not with Sega. It's just like they've done it offshoot. They're basically making Panzer Dragoon without the Panzer Dragoon franchise. And and it was going to be a 360 Kinect game. and then it became Xbox One launch title, which is optional Kinect.
Yeah.
But the problem with that game is it's just like you have to grind through the levels constantly, and it's just full of microtransactions, and they just kind of spoil it. And actually, it doesn't even look as good as Panzer Dragoon, because the main thing is in Panzer Dragoon you could like move the camera around.
Yeah.
So like if enemies were coming up to your side, you could like move the camera to the sides and then shoot those ones. In this, it's just all on rails forward. So it's not as good actually. It's not even as good as like the old ones on the side. So that's really disappointing.
Oh blimey. I was going to say, the microtransactions thing is. I think you said it earlier. It's
getting
not
really
a good
disturbing.
trend.
It's getting really disturbing. I mean, it's not even just Microsoft. The new Gran Turismo 6 has them as well. You know, you used to be able to unlock like 800 cars in the games. Now they're doing microtransactions to buy cars. They're full price games, and
I probably should have mentioned it in the review. I forgot actually, but Assassin's Creed 4 did it. And
really?
And it did it in a way that was just really stupid as well, because it was called they were called time saver packs.
Yeah,
and it was like,
a lot of games, that's been going on for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
actually.
it has.
They've been doing DLC where it's like just unlock everything for $5 or whatever.
And it just annoys me because like the whole point of a lot of this stuff like Assassin's Creed, with it being an open world game, it's about you. Yeah, you sync. I mean, like I didn't have to look up anything in the game because they've done it now where the viewpoints give you everything on the map anyway. So if you're like, it's really not worth the $5 or whatever.
I mean, obviously, if a game's free to play, it makes sense. Because you're paying nothing for the game and you're just paying to add content. Like with the Killer Instinct one, they've actually gone about it probably the best way for that game. Just buy what characters you want, or you can just get the lot, and it also gives you the original arcade game. So
that's not so bad. But I mean, like it just seems to be like it's going to become a standard, which is ridiculous. Because it's got to the point.
Obviously, it's only optional, but the fact that on one of the games, because I've been watching loads of Giant Bomb's quick looks about Xbox One games, and when they were playing Forza 5. There was 2 prompts on the screen for the same microtransaction thing. It was like press Y in the top corner. It was like press Y to boost your level, and then in the bottom corner it was like accelerate Y, and they were both linking to the microtransaction page.
What?
So dodgy. It's like they're really trying to push it as well.
Ridiculous.
And they don't even tell you like it's pay until you go through it. And then it's like on the Crimson Dragon, it was like, do you want to purchase this, before it even tells you how much it is. So you go yes, and then it goes into the store and it's like £10, and you're like, no.
Jesus.
Ridiculous. Speaking of prices, the other really disturbing thing is downloadable prices have always been pretty bad for like downloadable versions of retail games, but they're bloody ridiculous this time round. There was an image of the PlayStation 4 store, and most of the games, downloadable versions of retail games, were about £60. £54. No, it was one game in particular. FIFA, the new FIFA game was £63 to download.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I like the way you also said you and FIFA together.
The new
Jesus, £60.
£63, £63.99, and most of the other games were like 56.
That's really disgusting.
I mean, quite a few of the next gen games.
How much are the retail versions?
They're supposed to be RRP £50,
right?
But so a lot of places are obviously selling them at like 40 or 45, whatever they can. But like, no one's gonna download retail games. Mainly, one, they are like 30 odd gigs a game, and you only get 500 gig on a PS4, and I don't know what you get on the Xbox. I have no idea. Xbox One's really weird. It's just like all these weird cryptic things about it. Like it doesn't tell you how much storage you have.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, and it doesn't let you physically download, like delete stuff. You just have to wait till it's almost empty, and then they start deleting things that you don't use often, or something. Stuff that you haven't used for like months, or something. That's ridiculous.
We don't want freedom of choice anyway.
Basically, most of the stuff I've seen this week has just emphasised that do not buy consoles at launch anymore, especially not now, because I mean even like with the Wii U, it was really slow at launch and like everything took ages. Then they patched it or made it better. No, I meant the Wii U, but like I mean all the systems of this generation, they basically need everything patched in. Just like on the PS4, as I said last week, they haven't even got like a CD or MP3 support on there yet. They have to patch it in, and I think on some of the other systems. This on all three of the systems really, like when the Wii U first started, but also the two new ones.
Yeah.
There's just loads of stuff that needs to be patched in. You can't actually. You can do the live streaming on the PS4 now, but you can't on the Xbox One yet. You can just watch Twitch. You can't even log into it yet. That's another thing they've got to patch in. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's just so much. And the other reason not to buy systems at launch is because both systems have been known to have faults.
Okay.
Like some of them. In the case of the PS4, they reckon it's a very, very small percentage. In fact, Sony have stated it's 0.4%. How they got that number, I don't know. But
sounds like an item.
in the case of the Xbox One, which came out, was it yesterday or the day before?
Xbox One over here was yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know.
I presume it was
American,
like it might have been Thursday. I'm not sure. But
because obviously in America they've.
In the case of the Xbox One, there's been loads of cases and loads of videos online of the disk drive just going completely mental. Like they put a disc in it, it just goes.
Oh my god!
Basically, just sounds like it's sawing the disc.
Yeah.
Sounds horrible.
Error.
And, apparently, both Microsoft and Sony are replacing everything as quick as they can because apparently stock-wise they've actually been okay. Like neither of the systems have gone out of stock anywhere. Like
funny that.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's been loads of like issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a problem when you release a console with it.
Didn't you say Microsoft systems have a habit of having faulty disk drives?
That's the joke I was about to make. I was going to say, like, you mean, wait a minute, Microsoft have released a console that has faults on release? Yeah, I was going to say,
the disk drive.
It's always the bloody disk drive. Like, people that might, but people that might remember the original Xbox. Do you remember the whole thing about there being
not the Xbox One, the original one?
Yeah, oh Jesus Christ!
We have to just call it the original Xbox now because we're not allowed to call it Xbox One.
It's the one,
the one thingy under your telly.
But yeah, the original, the first one, the Xbox, whatever. Do you remember that had a thing where it was 3 different disk drives? I believe they were made by 3 different companies.
Okay.
Like they sort of did it like a
lot of systems
third
do
party.
Yeah, a lot of systems do
yeah.
that. Saturn did that. I think it had like all different like systems,
Yeah.
like disk drives and stuff.
It was like 2 of the 3 models had faults that always happened, like where over time they would stop working. Like,
Yeah.
But one particular model were okay. So if you were really lucky,
You never know what one you're getting
Yeah.
unless you opened it up.
exactly.
Yeah, unless you like got the screwdriver out, you wouldn't know which one you've got.
Yeah.
Great.
And then obviously 360. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
All the red rings that happened on the launch and
They happened at launch. I thought they only happened like a year in or something.
I remember that there were a lot of I can't remember the exact details, but I remember there were issues with people's Xboxes when they first came out.
Apparently, you know the blue light on the PS4 in the centre of it?
Yeah.
Apparently, if it overheats, that goes red. Haven't they learned anything?
Oh God.
Could
Could they just
copied
change the colour?
Couldn't they just make it so it doesn't have some sort of thing you can call it? You know, like you've got red ring of death on the PS4. There was a yellow light of death because I got that at one point when we were watching a DVD one time. It just died.
Yeah.
You had to you had to get rid of it, didn't you?
Yeah. I just had to get slim in the end. Yeah.
Damn.
So don't buy these consoles at launch. Wait at least a year because, like, in the case of the Wii U, they've pretty much ironed out most of the problems that had at launch. Mainly like apps taking too long to load in and out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Didn't have much problems, but there were a couple little minor niggles, just like it being really slow.
Yeah.
But I think they've ironed out most of that. I think even the 3DS had the same thing, didn't they? They did a patch for that a while back, didn't they? That sped up a bunch of games. They actually made some games frame rates better. Somehow.
I haven't tested that yet, but
Yeah, apparently some games worked smoother after this patch, which is really weird. So it must have been just like a hardware thing as opposed to a game programming thing.
Yeah.
Because it was actually making some games smoother.
Nice.
So, yeah, that was interesting.
So if you really, I mean, just hold on a bit and wait for the consoles to be rectified as usual.
Because obviously now they're more complicated than ever, and there's so much things that can go wrong with them that once they iron out all the problems.
But I mean, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I don't want to miss out on the games," all that sort of stuff. Guys, you're not going to miss out on a lot, and 90% of the stuff that's coming out now, you can get on both consoles anyway.
The only real tragedy in that case, it's Dead Rising 3 being Xbox One only.
Exactly.
Apparently that started out as a 360 game, but they hit the roof of how much they could do on the 360, so they moved it.
Blimey.
A bit like what happens with Shenmue on the Saturn.
Yeah.
Basically. Obviously, one of the biggest things about next gen is the live stream stuff, and we're already seeing quite a lot of news involving it, including on the PS4. This couple have started. I think this is going to be a new trend that everyone's going to start doing.
Okay.
It's quite interesting, actually. A couple have started using the live stream features on the PS4, using the Playroom, because that's the one game at the moment where you have the camera pointing at you the whole time. And obviously the game, it's only if you flick something that the menu comes up. So what they're doing is they're opening up Playroom, leaving it on just the camera and just putting the game to the side and not actually making it load up, and live streaming themselves. Okay. Just doing like a little show, and they're actually having people call in and stuff.
Oh, so sorry, it's me not knowing stuff, but you mean you can just live stream constantly on it?
Apparently, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know
people, even Sony, just assume people just live stream games, but because the Playroom lets you use the camera, people are using that to not live stream a game, they live stream themselves. So it's really clever, actually. And they actually had someone from Sony contact them while they were live streaming, saying, "Oh, that's really clever. We didn't even think of that." It's really clever. So I think that's going to be a new thing. You're going to be seeing people just like, who don't even have like PVRs and all that. They're going to be starting up like the equivalent of a YouTube channel, but on the PS4 or on the Xbox One. It's going to become a big. Basically, everyone's going to be doing this.
Well, that's the thing we were saying last week, wasn't it? It is actually going to be a curse as much as it is a blessing.
Yeah, you're going to get so much junk on Twitch, basically.
Yeah.
Speaking of Twitch, on the PC, Minecraft have apparently made an update that has one-click Twitch support.
Fucking
one-click Twitch.
Now, on the one hand,
to add to the other millions and millions and billions of hours of Minecraft that's online already.
I mean, on the one hand, though, it's good because they're meeting their consumer demand. They can see that all of their fan base, 90% of their fan base want to show their boring ass videos. But on the other hand, so it's good that they've done that. They're giving their fans what they want. But on the other hand, they're upsetting the rest of us who are sick to death of Minecraft videos. Because I wanted to do a little Minecraft video recently, but I thought, you know what, no.
Because people have done it probably.
Yeah, because I got the whole Skyrim thing, and I thought it was quite.
Oh, that expansion pack you mentioned. Yeah.
Well, we'll be talking about
skins.
That. Yeah, we'll come around to things that we've been playing, but but I stopped myself from doing that. I was like, no, I'm not gonna. Because I'm pretty sure every teenager with a webcam is gonna already tell us all about it.
No, yeah, I'm sure.
Because we need that. We need to be told.
5,000 times. I reckon if you tried to watch every video of Minecraft, you would probably die before they finish.
That's not even.
If you tried to watch a day's worth.
All joking aside, I bet you any money,
Cause they,
got them all back to back.
Because they do reckon like several years worth of YouTube stuff is uploaded on YouTube every day.
Yeah.
Like in terms of like time.
Of course it is.
Like a
absolutely.
year's worth in a day. And
makes you wonder what their server.
A third of that is probably Minecraft.
Yeah.
It's probably half of it's bloody Yogscast or whatever. People that have just made a fortune out of playing Minecraft.
I can't stand them.
And then you get all the channels that go around claiming they own Minecraft by making copyright claims on other Minecraft videos.
What, claiming that they own Minecraft? Oh, is that what you meant by that? Because you mentioned it the other day, and it's like, why would you have to claim that you own it? Oh yeah, I play it, but I don't really. I just want to be with the cool kids. But no, you mean actually own the property? Okay.
Oh.
Wow, that's weird.
People have done that before with there was this gaming channel on YouTube that went around putting claims on videos of Warrior Smooth Moves.
Oh God.
And when they used to actually be about, there had been like complaints about like how they shouldn't be making the claims.
Yeah, exactly. You get a lot of false claims on there sometimes, isn't there? Right. Anyway, bit more sort of news. Going back to the whole Crash Bandicoot rumour from last time, there's been all this basically more maybe evidence, but maybe not, because it's all up in the air at the moment. The Crash Bandicoot official website, which has been up until February, has gone down. It's apparently just gone, like completely offline. All references to Crash Bandicoot is off of Activision's website. If you search Crash Bandicoot on Activision's website, it comes up with nothing now, which is really weird. And when someone asked them at Activision about it, they just said no comment. So what's going on there? But there's been a bit of update on it, I think just today actually, where Activision were basically saying they do still own the IP and they're looking into what to do with it.
Okay.
Give it to Sony. Stop sitting on it.
Yeah.
I really can't be bothered with Activision holding on to anything, because anything they grab onto, they just either milk it to shit or they just sit on it. Like what they've done with Angry Birds. I mean, Activision published Angry Birds games, and have you seen how much Angry Birds Star Wars is? Like, I was watching Giant Bomb's live stream last night, and on Xbox One it was $50. I think over here it's like I think it's like 20p, which is half what it actually is on like iPhone and Android. It's like 99. I think it's like 60p here or something. But yeah, and it's an exact port of the phone game, and they're charging $50 in America. And
Unbelievable.
I think it's like £25 retail here. I don't know, but it's on everything.
Why would you pay that much for?
Like, they're just getting really bloody greedy. It's just like pathetic, because it's Angry Birds, not, and it's just Activision. But yeah, so it's really hard to tell what's going on with this whole Crash Bandicoot thing. Basically, it kind of sounded like Activision sold it off, but now they're maybe claiming they didn't. So why have they taken it all off their website then?
Yeah.
What's that all about? It's really confusing. I think we're getting lots of mixed signals from them at the moment, and maybe they just don't want anyone to know. If it does turn out that Sony has bought back... Oh, those seagulls are back. I don't know if the microphone caught that, but... Yeah. Where was I?
That Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
We don't want another Mega Man situation.
I would absolutely love to see Sony take Crash Bandicoot back to its roots, basically, and go back to the style of the original trilogy that Naughty Dog made. Yeah. I mean, even Naughty Dog are not making it, because obviously they're making a new Uncharted. I'd actually really like to see Insomniac work on it. You know, the guys that do all the Ratchet and Clank games. Yeah. I think they could actually pull it off, because they always make really, like... Ratchet and Clank games are always really well animated and whatnot, but I'd love to see just like I would really love to see next gen like cartoon game like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they even talked to the co-creator of a few of the original games a few months back, and he said if he could get his hands on it again, he would try to make it more free roaming, so it's not just going forward.
Yeah.
So it'd be a bit like some of the ones they did on the PS2, I suppose.
Yeah.
One of the good ones after the original ones was Twin Sanity. That was a bit more free roaming-ish. Yeah. And he wants it to have like Looney Tunes like animation. It's like, that's exactly what I was saying last week. I want to see more next gen games that actually push like the animation side of things and actually try to make things that look like cartoons. That'd be amazing. Yeah. That's what I want. Basically, I'd just love to see that come to fruition. I really hope all these rumours actually build up to that eventually. That would make me buy a PS4.
So yeah,
like the original games, like the first three. Actually, I haven't played the first one. I've played two of them. But yeah.
So yeah, keep your eyes on that.
Hopefully, that's a thing. Speaking of cryptic hints, I've got loads of news actually. Now I think about it, we've been talking for a while. Might as well just get on with it.
News.
One little bit, the creator of Bayonetta and Devil May Cry and all that on his Twitter. You know, he's infamous Twitter where he's always slagging off anyone.
Oh
to slag him off.
You said before he's a bit of a dick on Twitter.
Well, usually the people that he's a dick to deserve it.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But yeah, he's been hinting on there on Twitter that he's been saying if fans want it, they could easily pull Bayonetta 1 for the Wii U before Bayonetta 2 comes out. Like someone he said we would really like to do Bayonetta 1 on the Wii U before Bayonetta 2, and when someone asked them, could you port it over before Bayonetta 2 comes out, we said we could. So basically, it's if
See, that just
if
says to me
Nintendo
that
and
it's
Sega
dicking
come to an
about.
agreement, if Sega and Nintendo and all that can come to an agreement, then we might actually end up getting a Wii U port of the original game. But if they're saying they can get that out, can get out a whole port out before the second one, when's the second one coming out? It was supposed to come out like early next year.
They announced it ages ago,
and it was supposed to come out like early next year. I was told, but there still isn't a release date for it, so who knows what's going on with that? It's probably a while. It's probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a way off now. But I would actually really like to see a Wii U version of the original game because it would. Judging by what I saw of Bayonetta 2, it would be solid 60 frames per second and 1080p, and it would just look stunning. Because I had the PS3, I've got the PS3 version of that, and the PS3 version wasn't very good. It was playable, it was perfectly playable, but it was like the frame rate kept dipping, and there was really bad load times. Even when you paused, it went loading for a few seconds before it finished bringing up the pause menu, you know. And I'd really like to actually see a Wii U port, just because it'd be like the best version of that game. So that'd be really cool if they could pull that off. Last bit of news, I suppose. It's a bit of news anyway. It's another Kickstarter that's going on, because you know what Kickstarter's like. There's always something going on there. This one's
always kicking off.
Always kicking off. Sound like Waluigi then.
I think it's the ambience in the room, the acoustics.
The acoustics.
It adds a Wario-like tone to my voice.
Yeah, dude. I'm not as good at that. It feels better.
Feel that's a very good way of describing weird noises.
Yeah. So this Kickstarter, it's already been funded. It got funded in a day.
Wow.
Because they weren't really asking for much. There's going to be a Mega Drive Collected Works book, and it's being made by a company called Read-Only Memory, who just started up last year, and they did a Kickstarter before this one that was also successful, and they're still selling the book about Sensible Software. So it was a book about Cannon Fodder, Sensible Soccer, WizKid even was in there, which is really cool because I love that game on the Amiga. I really want to get that book as well. Actually, it's still out, and I actually missed out on that Kickstarter, and apparently one of the tiers was for a final of Sensible Software music.
Oh wow!
Cannon Fodder theme on a final.
That would be so much fun.
I really want that. So anyway, these guys are now making a book about the Mega Drive, and they've got all the approval from Sega and whatnot. It's just going to be a huge book about the development of the system, and they've got their hands on loads of exclusive stuff about the development of the system and a whole bunch of the games. And they've got a whole collection of people they're going to interview. Lots of people that have developed games for it. In fact, they keep announcing new ones. The most recent update on the Kickstarter was they've got the creators of Toe Jam and L1, and they've just given them a whole pile of old concept art. They put out a teaser of the first bit of concept art they got. So on the Kickstarter they're teasing they've got a rejected Mega Drive controller design, which actually has like a different D-pad when they were obviously trying to get around the Nintendo pattern. And the buttons were in a slightly different position. They had like a little slope inside it so you could rest your fingers or something. But apparently they've got like 10 more of those, like rejected designs.
I'd love to see some of the crazy controller designs that
they've got stuff like they've got all original Shinobi paintings. They've got the storyboards for the cutscenes in Streets of Rage. They've got some of the interviews are quite interesting. They've got there we go. They've got some of the most popular people from the Mega Drive era, like Yuji Naka, Naruto Oshima, Yuzo Koshiro. They've got quite a lot of people. They've got a lot of musicians and all kinds of stuff. And they've even got like the designer of they've got the director of Wonder Boy. They've got I think they've got a designer from Phantasy Star 2 and 4. They've got this guy.
My two favourites.
Yeah, I'm just having a look on the Kickstarter on my phone right now. They've got the graphic designer from Bonanza Brothers, so I presume he's the guy that came up with the art style, which is amazing. I think they had like one of the designers on Shining Force and all sorts, so they've just got piles of interviews. There's going to be a foreword by Dave Perry, from Shiny Entertainment, who did Aladdin and from Jim and all that. They've got just piles of stuff. Fantastic. And the book, there was an early bird version for £25, but that's all sold out. They got to get the book, it's £30 on the Kickstarter, and a bit of postage if you're outside the UK because it's been made by a British company.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this company Read Only Memory are British, hence why they did Sensible Software before it. And,
of course, yeah.
Yeah. And it's 30 quid for the book, and they've also got like a special edition, which I really wish I could have had. It's going to have a print of a new sketch of classic Sonic and Robotnik by Naoto Oshima, who was the actual designer of Sonic as opposed to the programmer. Yuji Naka programmed Sonic.
Right.
He was a programmer, and Naoto Oshima actually designed Sonic as a character. But yeah, the special edition comes with a print by Naoto Oshima, but it's £250. So I'm not going to be getting that.
That's a slight step up from £30.
Just a bit. I don't know what some of the other tiers were, but it's already got, I think, roughly double what they needed. And basically, the stretch goals for it are basically just to make the book nicer, just to give it more pages and add content. So that's good because then everyone benefits from it getting more money. So if you like Mega Drive, chip in on this book because it's going to be really nice. It's going to have a lot of exclusive insight into the system that we've never seen before.
Is it still open?
Yeah, it's got, I think it has around, as of recording, it has about 16 days. So it's still got about 2 weeks. So
okay.
So I'm looking forward to that. It obviously won't come out till next year because they've got to make it, but
I might just be able to get mine in on time if that's the case. Then.
Yeah, I think it's about 16 days, or it'll be less than that by the time this goes out. But yeah. So yeah, that's the best Kickstarter I've seen on there for the moment, and it's actually got funded, so it's going to happen. So
it's really exciting.
Yeah, I really hope they put out some more books. Apparently, this company was set up just to put out really nice game books, basically.
Excellent.
That's their second project.
So expect more from them.
Yeah, I really hope they pull off some more stuff. I mean, there is this one company in France that does really good game books called Pixel Love. Only some of their stuff's been translated. Most of it's still in French. But like the history of Sonic book, that was really good. The English version of that came out last year, and they've done loads of books. I think they've even just put out an Assassin's Creed one. But they just pump out books, but unfortunately most of them don't get translated. So that's a shame. But at least now we've got this British company that's starting to put out books like this, and I think we might get some more cool stuff out of them in the future.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So check that out and get that. Well, I was going to say get it funded, but
it is
done.
Get it
double.
Get it more funded, so it'll be even nicer. And
get it more funded.
Funded, so they can get even more articles in there and make it even better. Because we here at Lucky Hit love the Mega Drive.
Oh yeah. Well, look forward to checking that out. We'll do a video for that, won't we?
Yeah, definitely. Lands. Yeah, we actually want to start doing a series about gaming books, really, because I can think of plenty that we could do.
It's going to be deadly serious like the rest of our stuff.
Obviously.
This is a book. It's got Mega Drive and stuff. Penises. So
16-bit penises.
16-bit willies. So on that bombshell.
Yeah. On that bombshell. And that's one thing that's really funny about Forza 5 actually. It's got like a Top Gear mode in it.
Oh, fucking hell. They always
do.
It's
actually got like, oh, do they?
Yeah.
Have they done that in the past?
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually really surprised when I saw it. I was like, what?
They do all
Why isn't
challenges,
this on the box or something? Wouldn't it sell more if they put Forza Top Gear Racing or something? And they just plaster Jeremy Clarkson's face in the corner. Or something, just saying, the greatest racing game in the world.
In the world.
In fact, there was even an achievement I just came up with, like, some say or something. It was silly. I was like, oh, that's really neat, actually.
Oh my god.
It's so dumb, but it's actually got, like, silly Top Gear challenges and stuff.
Yeah, that's right,
but,
yeah.
Yeah,
they did them in the previous games as well. It's like ones where you, like, some of the classic ones where it's like you race a jet and that sort of stuff. Yeah,
okay. I didn't realise that was in previous ones.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the news.
Yeah.
We've been going on for a bit.
that was the news.
Let's have another track.
Yeah.
Right, we're back, and that was Jose Feliciano from the Neverhood.
Hey, I do like the Neverhood. It's one of those games that I really wish you could just buy still. Like they just re-release it on Steam or something, just so I can play it again, because it's obviously it's an old PC game and it's quite difficult to play now. And there was a PlayStation port, but it was Japan only, wasn't there?
Like one of the only few ways you could still maybe do it is to get VMware and then get a Windows 95 image of it. Just make a virtual machine.
Or the CD, I guess.
Make a virtual machine, because I had done it before and all the cutscenes were intact.
Oh, cool. So it is playable in some fashion, but you've got to jump through some hoops.
Yeah.
Just put it on Steam. It's a bit of a funny one now, because I think DreamWorks published it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's going on with the rights for that. That's why obviously Apple and all that have set off that new series, Armour Krog. That's basically Neverhood, but with different characters.
Yeah.
It's basically what it's the same thing as what happened with Mighty Number 9. It's the same thing. Armour Krog is exactly the same. It's like we can't get the rights to our old characters, so we're just going to make it anyway, but with a different name.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I get that. Sorry about that. Phone. Awkward cut.
Yeah. We're back.
Yeah, we're actually back again. And the cat's walking all over us. Purring away. Putting his claws in you, as he does. He's only doing this because he wants to go outside, probably.
Walking on
He
penis.
just got further.
Yeah, he does that a lot. He walks on penises a lot.
Aims for him. Right, so...
What have we been playing?
Yeah, what have we been playing? I sound pissed.
You do it.
Yeah. Okay, mine will be quite quick, I guess, because I've only really been playing a few things this week. As I mentioned a little while back, today.
Not on the podcast.
I think I did I briefly mentioned it earlier, that I bought the recent Skyrim Minecraft.
Oh, yeah. Okay. What was that like then? Was it just like texture packs? Or
it's interesting, because I wasn't sure about it at first. I thought it was just going to be a skin pack. With
that's what I was expecting.
Yeah. Well, basically, it's a skin pack and a whole texture pack.
Okay.
And when you activate the texture pack, it changes all the Minecraft music to the Skyrim score.
Oh, okay. That's kind of interesting.
And you can find all the 20 music discs of all the tracks on Skyrim.
Huh.
And they
what even is the Minecraft music? It's just like the odd little
it's like little
tune
piano
occasionally.
tunes. Yeah, on the PC version,
it makes it a bit more epic now. It's going.
Yeah. Well, it does. It was really funny because I loaded up my world, which is like I'm working on this big quarry, and it's currently just a huge fenced off arena. And so I was there, and it started to get dark, so the creatures were coming out, and then that song started playing. He just went down, I was like, and I stayed up all night just fighting.
It's like Minecraft. It's not. It's like Skyrim if the graphics were a lot worse or something.
It's like 8-bit, but 3D Skyrim. But yeah, what's interested me the most about it was they made a little
This
map.
is on 360, is it?
Yeah, it's the 360 version. Yeah, which I'm pretty sure it's available on PC as well. But basically, what interested me the most about it, because it was only a couple of quid, which is nice. Yeah. But they made a preset world that you can play on and mess around with, and it's like a sort of slightly scaled down, quite scaled down version of a whole bit of a map from Skyrim, done in Minecraft. Okay. And it's got the first town, Riverwood, and then down the road it's got the first proper town, Whiterun, and it's got Bleak Falls Barrow, which if you're watching my games that kick my ass, that's currently where I am.
Oh, okay.
So it's
currently watching the series that you put one episode of out months ago. Yeah, if you're currently watching that,
thanks. Part 2's out, and I'm still in Bleak Falls. Sorry, not out. It's coming out, and I'm still in Bleak Falls Barrow. So I just thought that's quite interesting. And I played it a few days back when it came out, and had a run around in Whiterun. It's really fun. The way they've put it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. But I've also been playing because it was recently put down by a few pound in price. It was Mars Warlogs, which came out ages ago now.
Okay. I think it was that one, but
I think it came out sort of in the summertime, sort of near to a sort of flashback during the summer arcade. It was round about that kind of time. So yeah, it's been there. It's been there for a while, and it's a very interesting. I like it so much. I'm gonna do.
You're not gonna go into how you managed to get it or what happened involving purchasing.
Oh god, I was gonna say that embarrassing anecdote until at the end.
Oh okay. We'll talk about the game first.
Look forward to that. But yeah, so Mars Warlogs is interested me. I got the trial a while ago, and yeah, now I've got it, and it's really hard to explain.
What kind of game is it?
Full review.
I know absolutely nothing about it.
Right, it's an action RPG.
Okay.
So the battle system is kind of it's full kind of full action, and it's got elements of magic, a bit of sneaking, but it's mainly just like hacking away. You're doing things like perfect blocking, so you can like stagger enemies and hit them and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, I suppose it's quite Fantasy Star online controls.
Ish. Yeah. Okay. Right.
But yeah, what I loved about it is it's a low budget game, but it looks really nice. Graphically, it looks nice, but basically, it feels. It plays and feels very similar to a kind of the PS2 era, where they made these really interesting little action RPGs. It's always hard for me to think of a few examples when I'm put on the spot, but yeah, I'd say like I said about Fantasy Star Universe would be one of them. Games like Baroque as well.
Oh yeah.
Not so much the roguelikeness, but the actual way it looks and plays.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just it feels like that era, but I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
So it feels like a game of last generation that was really good. But yeah, like I say, I'll do a full review on it, but I just want people to sort of have a little look at that, because if you get the trial or the like demo for it, it's not a bad length for a demo. It lets you do like the first dungeon and like the intro, and lets you have a bit of a mess around. Yeah. So have a look at the demo. Fun to play, like the battle system is what will sell it on you, but it's just the voice acting's atrocious and the animation's not great. So the characters look really nice, but they animate like crap.
So it's like a good game from the PS2 era, but it also kind of looks like a PS2 era game. Kinda.
It looks like a cross between like nice. Like people look really good, like for instance, like things like their face look great, like stubble and facial hair done really well. Okay. But then as soon as their mouth starts moving, the lip sync is really ridiculous. And as soon as they start doing like animations with each other, it's just like really like puppet like.
Oh boy.
If I can just, I'm going to hand over now.
Who's it by anyway?
It's a company called Spiders. I've never heard of them before.
Spiders. It's just made by spiders. They just wove it together.
I think it is on an engine called the Silk engine. So yeah,
Silk engine. Yeah, they actually made it out of silk. They've gotten that clever now. Yeah, Charlotte's Web was nothing, talking spiders and one thing, but a whole gang of spiders developing a video game.
A whole development team,
A whole development team of spiders weaving away at a video game. I'll stop making this joke now.
Yeah. So before I hand over, I just want to say, to sell this game to you, I just want to say that the very first thing that happens at the start is you have to rescue a kid from being bummed. Like, over to Aaron.
Okay. I shouldn't be laughing.
Oh yeah, sorry. No,
it's quite dark then.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, no.
That's just summed up the tone, I presume. Starts like that.
So sorry, one more thing. Yeah, the dialogue in it is ridiculous.
Can't leave from that.
Sorry, yeah. One thing I will say is the dialogue is ridiculous. It's trying to be all edgy and gritty, but it's just an excuse to swear a lot.
I kind of get annoyed with games that do that.
Yeah, it does. It does do that a bit.
They just try so hard. It's like, look, we're adults. Curse.
Well, that's that intro. It's got loads of it. He drops a C-bomb, which you don't expect.
Is that what he's describing the guy that's trying to bum the kid?
He's like, I'm getting tired of pounding the same old asses. We're edgy.
Yeah.
And he looks like Doonoo from Shenmue, you know, the big guy, the big fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like him.
Oh, so he's been in 3 games now. he's in Shenmue 2, 18-wheeler. And
he's always trying to capture men. So yeah, that's what I've been playing, and it's been good.
Anything else? Have you been playing more Assassin's Creed or?
Nope.
No? Oh, really? Blimey. It's not like when you were playing GTA 5 and you were playing it for months.
You had to mention it, didn't you? Because I had actually played a bit of GTA 5.
Oh, right, okay.
But yeah.
But not Assassin's Creed.
Only a little bit. I just went on.
Have you pretty much just... I take it you've 100%ed Assassin's Creed?
Oh yeah.
How many hours was that?
That was something like 80.
Oh, okay. That sounds about right for one of them games, I think.
Yeah, because I think it took about 50 to do everything single player, because I like to take the time on it and do all the extras, sort of like Kenway's Fleet I spent a long time on. And I only did a little bit of multiplayer, because I'm not that massively into multiplayer in general. So, yeah, I mean, the thing about me in Assassin's Creed is I will tend to do everything, because I really do like my Assassin's Creed games. Yeah. So I will tend to do them within a week of them being out. That's what I did with 3. I did it with Revelations Brotherhood 2. Basically all of them. But 1 was a game that really takes time.
How did you get into Assassin's Creed? Was it the first one you played first?
Yeah, basically I was there right from the get-go.
Okay.
I didn't own an Xbox at the time, but I went round to friends and he just bought it, and I went, let's have a little go at this, and I just got completely hooked with it. Ended up playing through it twice properly, I think.
Yeah.
Because when I got it myself, I just started again.
Yeah. I remember it being quite a big deal when it came out, the first one.
Yeah, I still really like the first one. It's like one of my favourites. It was my favourite until probably Revelations, I think, only just about topped it for me.
Oh, okay.
Because Revelations kind of went back to Altair's kind of story anyway, so it's because I really liked him as a character.
Oh, okay.
The best thing I like about him was he was an arrogant tosspot at the start, and then he redeemed himself. I like all that. There's a line at the start, it's like, my way is better, so shut up, you dick. And at the end of the game, he's like, I was a twat. You still are one. But yeah, I think 4 is probably my favourite actually of Assassin's Creed.
4?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
When I say I think no, it definitely is. It really is that good.
That good, yeah.
Like I say about it being more polished and refined than the others. Yeah, definitely. And not just because all Pirates of the Caribbean. I hate the Pirates of the Caribbean films, but I just think it's a good setting for games. I'm surprised there's not more pirate themed games actually, because if you think about it, it's not actually that big a thing in the gaming world.
I think maybe they should stop making zombie games for a bit and do some other stuff. I mean, we're starting to see a sort of sign of that. I mean, there's that game on the Xbox One called Rise, wasn't there, like Romans and I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with some more Roman games, and that'll probably be a franchise. And
more history.
I wouldn't be surprised if they make if Assassin's Creed 4 does really well. I wouldn't be surprised if they offshoot that into another spin-off.
Do another naval game. Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised. But
I know what you mean. I don't know how they're going to move on without having to come back to that now.
They'll just do what. Well, we know what's going to happen next. Mega 64 showed us. Was it Assassin's Creed 6, and it was set in cowboy times, and then Assassin's Creed 7 in modern times, with the president or whatever, and then Assassin's Creed. And
the release date was getting closer.
Yeah. If anyone hasn't seen that yet, go on Mega 64's YouTube and have a look at their Assassin's Creed 6.
Just look at anything they do. It's all
anything they do.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but that newest video they put out was so perfect. I don't even want to spoil it now. I know my song did, but it just gets sillier and sillier as it goes along.
Yeah. So that's what I've been playing. And we even got onto Assassin's Creed, which I haven't been playing this week. But had a little go on GTA 5, but not enough to actually properly mention it. I just jumped online for about an hour or two. Went on there with Simon, who was our guest a few weeks back, Gibbering Rich, and we just we didn't really do much really. We just kind of
walked around going.
We did kill some other players for a
You can imagine that, can't you? You just talk to someone and like, I didn't do much, just killed some people for a laugh. Other than that, just dicked about today, just walked
shot
around.
someone off a garage.
Yeah, that's all. Nothing really. Bit of a boring day, really.
Just put a bounty on someone and had him killed. Had him pulled apart by a server for the players. Yeah. So, what have you been playing?
A few things. I've been busy most of the week, but early in the week I played a few things. I think that Rocky Cat's going to want to go outside.
Yeah, he's sitting there whinging.
So I did that.
His face.
He's like, I want to go out the door.
Can you tell everyone about what game you've been playing? I'll just put the cat out.
While you put the cat out. Cat out of the bag. Or whatever.
That cat flat.
Well, that's what I've been playing.
That's what you've been playing.
I've just explained everything I've been playing while you were doing that.
What have you been playing?
Mainly more Sonic 3 and Knuckles actually. Okay. Because I finished playing it as the Sonic and Tails save. I've got all the Super Emeralds and whatnot. So I just started working on Knuckles. I forgot how much harder Knuckles is.
Yeah.
Not only do
I love his story because of that. It's a shame it's so short compared though.
Yeah. But what's really annoying is like one, they force you to go down these routes half the time. Sometimes they're optional, but most, even like that first one in Angel Island, it's really hard to get up the top route.
That's right.
Because the main problems I have with Knuckles is his jump is too low.
Yeah.
He can't reach most bosses.
Oh, have you ever done the last boss in Sonic 2 when you put Sonic 2 and Knuckles in? Because of that jump, it will hurt. It will trip you up.
I just found Knuckles really annoying to play as. Like on some bosses, like even when you're hitting them, you're losing rings at the same time. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
That's a shame though, because I really liked the idea of having a character that is basically the hard mode.
Yeah, it is basically hard mode. I mean, like the so far on Knuckles, I've gotten up to Mushroom Hill mode. I just played all the Sonic 3 levels. Yeah. Where you get all the alternate routes and that. And like the launch-based Act 1 boss, with Sonic it's just one of them, isn't it? Just that spinning thing with the spike balls. But when you play as Knuckles, you have to go against two of them for some reason.
Yeah, it's like, just to explain, they're like these, I can't really describe them, but they're just like weird machine balls.
Yeah, and they've just got like spike balls spinning around
them,
and they just pop out in and out. But there's two of them.
Protrusions.
And it's really annoying, the way they've laid out the levels, so every time you lose rings at that boss, they just go through the wall and disappear. Right. They're just so annoying.
That's really annoying.
And there's like my least favourite boss in Sonic 3 is probably Act 1 Carnival Night. That poxy thing where you have to get it to hit the spinning
it's just
top.
Boring, isn't it?
And when you're playing, and when you it's just really irritating. And on Knuckles level, there's no rings anywhere near the checkpoint just before the boss, so you have to keep back. Every time I died, which I did a lot, I had to keep backtracking like quite a bit just to get some rings, just so I could lose them straight away at the start and try and frantically hold on to one ring.
I'll tell you, there's one thing that makes me laugh about Sonic 3 and Knuckles is like it kind of doesn't explain it, but they put in like they messed with the canon just so they can give you some extra stuff, like they gave you Super Tails and Super Knuckles and Hyper Tails.
That's what I'm trying to get, really.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
So for starters, there's a Hyper Sonic, which we never heard of before.
Yeah, there isn't a Super Knuckles or a Hyper Tails, it's just Super Tails and Hyper Knuckles,
Oh, really? I've got this one there was a Hyper
Tails. No. When you get
have animals go around.
I haven't actually got all the emeralds of Knuckles yet either. I messed up a couple of them.
Are you sure there wasn't
when you mess up a special stage, it just skips that emerald until
you have to come back round,
Yeah, so now that I've gotten to Mushroom Hill, I've basically got to beat the game and then go back and get those emeralds.
Yeah. So there's no Hyper... You sure?
Yeah. It's only.
Because I know that when you're Tails, you get flickies, don't you?
Yeah, that's Super Tails.
Yeah.
It's not called Hyper Tails.
Oh, okay.
Hyper Super whatever.
And then Knuckles has the ability where he slams the wall. I've never
actually completed the game with all three of them.
Oh.
So, especially not Super Tails.
I went one.
I almost did, but then I lost a load of data for some reason.
I went one geek step further. I did Sonic on his own, Tails on his own, Sonic and Tail and Knuckles.
Oh wow!
And all of them had 99 lives.
Yeah. And obviously, the only other snag with Knuckles is you can't use like the shield abilities, when you're Sonic, you can use like all the extra stuff.
Gets rid of the double jump,
and obviously Sonic has that flash thing as well, which is really bloody useful.
I love that
boss in Launch Base, that one Launch Base boss, piss easy with something. You just keep doing that flash thing, and it just go chong chong chong, and it's done. But the knuckles one's a pain in the arse.
That was overpowered. That I don't know what you'd call it really, just like a shockwave.
Yeah, I can't remember what they actually.
It was really. I use it all the time. It's so overpowered.
Yeah, it just cheats your way through the boss. I never used it as a kid. I didn't even realise it had much advantage. But obviously nowadays I use it all the time when you can. But yeah, so I've gotten that far in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm going to work on it again when I've got time. The only other games I've been playing are a few SNES games that I bought last weekend when we were podcasting last weekend. I played them just after you left, actually. And the games I was playing were... well, one of them's this one. I found out the English name for this because there was an English release. Was called Whirlo. It was a game I described last week because I just bought it last week. I think the Japanese name was like Valkyrie... something. I can't remember now.
I think it's called Zandra.
Sandra's Adventure Valkyrie, such and such. But it's just called Whirlo over here for some reason. And you're just playing like this funny little green guy with a rake. I think it's like a farmer or something. The story, even though it's like a really cute looking game, you know, this cutesy little green character and really like pretty music. It's actually got quite a dark story, even though obviously I can't read the text. I did look up like a guide to it because I got kind of stuck in it. It's really bloody hard. Basically, it's like one hit kills, and the character's just a complete and utter weakling. It's just ridiculous. And the story, it's just like a demon has come out of the ground and just covered the whole world in ashes. And his son's like sick and dying and stuff. You just got to go out and find a cure and get rid of the.
That's quite it's quite. That's quite Japanese. That is. It's really really dark story. Like
just like proper, So you're just sort of like running around with a rake, and you get like what's really annoying in it is there's this move you do where you have to like charge up so you can jump high, and they deliberately put all these really huge platforms that you have to do this move at, and it's really fiddly to pull off as well, so it's like you just keep getting to these big brick walls that you have to jump over. And then you've got like this attack where you sort of run up and charge through walls and stuff as well. And it's just really really hard. I mean you get, it's got like a password system, it doesn't have a saving system. And it was just really difficult. Like some of the enemies take like 20 hits. And then, I don't know. Yeah, I just got really stuck and a bit frustrated with it, but it was really nice. It had like nice graphics and really pretty music and whatnot. And the other SNES games I've mainly been playing, this one I got a while back, and this other one I got last week. I definitely have an addiction for puzzle games, like especially the kind where they just give you a screen full of things and you have to sort them out to get rid of them. That's what both of these games are. One of them's Yoshi's Cookie, and the other one's Penalty Pong, which was released over here as Tetris Attack, even though it's got nothing to do with Tetris. So I don't know. They replaced all the graphics with Yoshi characters, so surely they could have just called it Yoshi something or other. I don't know why they called it Tetris Attack. But it's got absolutely nothing. It's got nothing in common.
It just sounded to me like they were like.
It's more like columns than anything.
Yeah. It just sounds to me like they've gone like, we need to sell this sort of obscure puzzle game.
Yeah, in the end they did release more of them over time. There was one on the N64 Pokemon characters of it, I think, and they ended up calling it Puzzle League in the end. But yeah, this is the original SNES one called Penalty Pong. This is Lovely Fairy. Really beautiful graphic, absolutely stunning looking game. It looks like a lot of Saturn puzzle games don't look as good as this one. It's ridiculous. The animation's really good. It's even got like a sort of RPG mode in it, which I haven't actually tried yet, like a story mode where you got like the character in an isometric thing walking around and then you encounter enemies and fight them. With the puzzle game. And yeah, it's just basically coloured panels and you just have to sort them out to clear them. But it's just really, really good. It's a really brilliant one. Yoshi's Cookie's more or less the same thing, kind of, but it's just like cookies. It's by a company called what was it? BPS or something, who I think they made some good Tetris games on the SNES actually. There's a really good SNES Tetris game that came out in Japan only that I don't remember the name of. But yeah, this company made this Yoshi game. It's kind of weird. It looks like kind of off model a bit. Like it's just kind of like wonky sprites and all the backgrounds are just ganked straight out of Super Mario World. And the sprites are kind of dodgy looking. And all the music isn't like Mario music. It's like renditions of like classical music. It's really odd. But the game is actually really addictive. Again, it's just one where you're just like you have to like swap the whole row, and it's basically the shape of cookie has to line up to from one end to the other, and then it clears it.
Right.
It's just the kind. It's got loads of different modes in it as well, like a versus mode. That's really hard against a computer, and it's just really fun. Like I'm obsessed with games like this. Like puzzle, I've got loads of puzzle games on the Saturn, like Japanese import ones that are probably considered complete crap, but I just love playing them because they're just. It's just something about puzzle games that I really like. Man. Yeah, I do get proper addicted to these kind of games, like these ones where you have to sort loads of things out. I don't know why. It's just even like the most.
Maybe you're OCD.
Yeah, don't wonder. I think I bring out my OCD.
I am, you know.
I do get my OCD-ness out into those games. I think. Yeah,
I honestly think I am because I'm so. Like, for instance, with this Mars Warlock game, it's like there's so many not so many, but there's about 3 or 4 different ways that you could do a lot of these, like even just little quests. And I'm still trying to do every different like possible outcome. Yeah, it's just getting to the point where it's like I'm making notes, and it's just. So just give up, Tom. It's probably just going to be a slightly different bit of dialogue at the end. You know what I mean? I'm really bad for that. Like I will make whole.
Not many games. I'm not like that with many games, but puzzle games I can get really like stuck for.
Honestly, I think I need to be like tested. If there is a test for OCD. I think there is a test.
They
for
kind
OCD.
of overdone.
What they do is they sit you in a room and tell you you're waiting for something, and then they put like loads of pictures slightly wonky, and they set a camera.
I think that's one of those things where they sort of overdiagnose it anyway.
Yeah,
they probably would diagnose you as it because they just diagnose anyone that comes in with that. Just give me money next. Yeah, or whatever.
You got bloody behavioural. Problem number 1 out of 20.
Whatever. So that's pretty much all I've been playing really, and that was mostly early in the week because I've been busy on animation and a few other things. So mainly I've actually been working on that Dreamcast Top 200, which by the time this goes out should be pretty much done. I mean, like it will actually come. The actual results will be. The actual article will be out on Wednesday, or it should be. But I've got like 200 paragraphs of game description. I mean, the actual like top 200 is set in stone now. But now there's just a second poll out for like the order because a lot of the games got the same amount of votes. Some of the games that managed to get in the top 200 surprised me, like bloody Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Who the hell voted for that? It's absolutely awful. I remember playing it once and just falling through the floor. It's that glitchy, just like this dodgy PS1 port. And for some reason Resident Evil 2 and 3 are really high up, even though they're just PS1 ports.
Yeah.
Weird, but whatever.
That annoyed me. Because it was just a straight PS1 port, which was so lazy.
I mean,
even the Tomb Raider games on the Dreamcast
they were
more than just ports.
I mean,
kind of. They upped the graphics a bit. I remember that much.
The first one? No, Last Revelation. I mean, the first one on the Dreamcast. I think Chronicles was just a straight port though. It might have been ported from the PC, so it might be slightly better than PS1. Okay.
It's just that I remember seeing it with that on the Dreamcast once being played, and it had slightly better graphics.
Slightly, not much.
I just don't like it when it's a straight port.
There are a lot of PS1 ports on the Dreamcast, just straight up.
Doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, it's because they weren't ready for 128-bit yet. A lot of developers weren't, so they just chucked their PS1 games on there. I think they should have ported more N64 games over. I think I would have liked to have seen more of them actually. The non-Nintendo ones that were actually good. If there were some, there were a few. So, but whatever.
I've seen a few of the results for that poll, so look forward to that. So it looks quite interesting so far. It's nice to see because you've done it before, didn't you?
Back in 2009. It's a lot different. I mean, I'm going to put out the full list of what got how many votes and stuff. But the actual article, I'm sort of combining a few games that are basically next to each other. So, for example, Shenmue 1 and 2 are next to each other. So they're one entry because they're more or less the same game.
That's pretty good.
Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are together, even though they're not anything alike. They were right next to each other on the votes. So
my personal favourite. They were next to each other.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 were.
My personal choice out of that is the first one.
I like the first one more. That one did get more votes, but only slightly. So they were pretty much neck and neck. So I've basically done that just to make the list more interesting, so you don't just end up like, for example, there's like 4 King of Fighters on there, so I've combined them in. No, there's 5 King of Fighters on there, so I combined them into there's only 3 entries for that now. It's like King of Fighters 99 and 99 Evolution, King of Fighters 2000 and 2001, and then King of Fighters 2002.
Jesus Christ.
Just so there isn't like 5 entries of the same thing,
Yeah.
more or less, because King of Fighters games are more or less the same. Not that they're bad, but they are more or less the same every time. Just marginally different each time. But yeah, that's just basically so more games can be in the top 200, and so it's just more interesting. I mean, I did that to an extent previously as well, but I will put out a list. I'll put out the entire list as well. I even put up what got 0 votes. These are all the 0 voters and games that got nothing. Mostly all these weird Japanese games no one's heard of, like visual novels or whatever. But I'll try and put out the full list. But basically, I've got to get cracking on with this article. I haven't got much time. Luckily, most of the articles, roughly half the article is sort of done because I can just use stuff from the previous one. But yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, that's what we've been playing. I've been playing busy at that.
Been playing busy at that.
Yeah, well, and those SNES games, but that's about it. And Stacey, you've been playing nothing. You've been busy as well.
Well, yeah, I've been rather busy. I had fiddled about with both PS3 and the Steam version of Rayman Legends, but I decided to just skip on that because I had other things to do. Like really important other things. Yeah. So that's what we've been playing. Not a lot. I did buy a copy of the Game Boy Color version of Tonic Trouble, which I hadn't played yet, but I should get round to doing that.
Week, didn't you?
Yeah. That was like the other Miss You Want Cell game of the on the Nintendo 64 and PC.
Oh yeah, that was
It was like built on the Rayman 2 engine.
Yeah,
before
it came
Rayman
out.
2 came out.
Yeah, that was like them testing out the engine or something.
Yeah.
I remember you playing it once. I thought it was a bit weird, like you're walking around with like a pea shooter or something. It was a bit odd.
What?
Like some kind of like pea shooter. Or something.
Oh yeah, the blowpipe.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah. In Tonic Trouble, you get like a stick and he uses it for all sorts of things like blowpiping and.
Yeah, it was a pretty strange little game. It's done in like the same way as Rayman. It's got like no limbs, but it doesn't play anything like any Rayman game. It's just, this is just like a different 3D platformer.
Yeah,
Even got a slightly different tone, hasn't it? It's a bit more.
It does have a character that does like appear in Rayman 2.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, because there was like this intro in the PC version.
Okay.
And like at the very end of Rayman 2, like there's like this purple character that sells Razorbeard the Grolgoth, which is like the final boss.
I can't remember that much about Rayman 2.
It was like the final boss.
I don't think I was really I think I remember vaguely.
Yeah, this really character is like a general in like Tonic Trouble.
Oh,
and,
that thing, yeah. I thought he looked a bit out of place in Rayman 2. It's a bit odd.
Yeah, I think the story was Ed, the main character at Tonic Trouble, is also like a little purple guy. He gets sent to Earth to clean up like a big spillage that turns like vegetables into monsters and whatnot.
Oh, okay. That's why it had Killer Tomato, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's why it was called Tonic Trouble.
God, you remember that cartoon? The cartoon to that. I think I'm the only one that vaguely.
What's that?
Do you remember the films Attack of the Killer Tomato? Do you remember there was actually a cartoon to it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that just appeared in my brain.
Yeah.
I remember zero about it, but now I'm going to probably look it up and be disappointed that it was actually complete crap, which it probably was.
And there was like a furry tomato in that.
That was a...
Yeah.
You remember more about it than I do. All I remember is it existing. I don't even remember the theme tune now.
Oh, you'll get that stuck in your head.
Yeah, I think I'll remember it once I rewatch it. I don't know. Yeah, we're going to go see that on YouTube and realise what rubbish it was.
Yeah, the basis of Tonic Trouble is like you just clean up a spillage of tonic that fell on the earth.
Hence the name.
And everything mutates because of it.
So the Game Boy Color one's just like, is it like an isometric or 2D version
I can imagine
of it?
I can imagine it's 2D because I do remember seeing a review of it.
Oh, okay.
And them games that were released at that time on the Game Boy Color, like all the Ubisoft games, they had like a thing called the Ubi key, where if you had two like Game Boy Colors and connected the infrared to each other, like you could unlock levels. I know the Game Boy Color version of Rayman did have that, but I think there was like a Pamela Anderson game that had it as well.
So, was it cross game as well? So, have you had Tonic Trouble and Rayman 2, or was it different?
I've never really tried it, but I know it's compatible with like certain other.
So, if one person has a Game Boy Color with Rayman on Game Boy Color, and the other one has a Pamela Anderson game, does it unlock Pamela Anderson in Rayman?
Well, I don't know. There had been a poster with Pamela Anderson and Rayman like together in bed.
God. What? Are you serious?
I'm not joking.
Why?
It was to plug the Pamela Anderson game.
So wait, they weren't trying to sell Rayman with boobs. They were trying to sell boobs with Rayman.
Why get it up on my laptop?
That might take a while. I don't know if it's really worth it. Well, I'm sure we'll see it eventually.
Talking about other things.
I think we're done actually with what we've been playing. After we went into this weird tangent about Pamela Anderson. So like, you unlock Pamela Anderson in Rayman and she's just got like floating spears in front of her. That would be quite amusing.
Pretend high five.
When we come back from the song, you can talk about it, I suppose.
Okay. We're going to have another track then.
Yep. I guess it'll be my one now. My turn. My turn. Right, we're back. That was a song from the Dreamcast and Neo Geo indie game Gunlord by Raphael Dill, I think. And the song's called Airstride. It's like the shoot 'em up stage that I think it was like the second level in the game. There's just like this short little shoot 'em up stage when you're in a spaceship and that. And yeah, it's a really funky little song.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I just thought I'd play something Dreamcast related this week, seeing as it's going to be the anniversary on Wednesday, like the 15th anniversary since the Japanese launch of the Dreamcast in 1998.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's really funny. Like the Dreamcast is like 10 years after the Mega Drive.
Yeah,
it's quite weird, isn't it? I'm sure I mentioned that last week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably. I think we keep repeating ourselves.
We're like, I don't know, we're slowly going crazy.
Going around in circles.
So yeah, I kind of wish I picked something Dreamcast related now.
We'll do that next week.
Yeah, there's one I've been.
Because I'm sure we're going to be talking plenty Dreamcast next time because we're going to be going to that event on Wednesday. So
that's right. Yeah, we're going off to the Dreamcast anniversary event in London. Yeah, well, basically, if I had to pick a track, I would probably go for the. I can't remember the name.
Might as well wait till next week to decide it. Otherwise, it's spoilers.
It's in my head now, though.
Keep it in your head.
Well, that's the problem. It's going to keep repeating in my head. Do you know, I spent all of this week, right up until even today, I've had that Lemmings track in my head. Since I played that last week. Well, that doesn't help.
That's like a football chanting version. We're better at football. We really, really are. Really, 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 really are. I don't know.
You're a bunch of bugs. So, yeah,
I was actually listening to the Lemon soundtrack over the week, and there's loads of really good songs in there.
Oh, yeah.
I love that one. That's one that it's like a Christmas song, isn't it?
But it Bethlehem.
Yeah, and then it goes into like Western as well.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. That.
It's like Bethlehem, like Jesus being born in Bethlehem, but cowboys burst in and still
it's
like
literally like
presents.
Town of Beverly, and suddenly goes.
Yeah, that's the band.
They just kick in and they just nickel the myrrh and frankincense.
Nickel the donkeys and.
They just ride off on the donkeys. We haven't got any horses, so we need your donkeys. It's alright, we're not using them, they're just there for props.
I'll be taking the gold, frankincense, and myrrh. By the way, what the hell is frankincense? I don't know what it is.
What is frankincense?
Pardon me, man.
I think on Top Gear they did a Christmas special where they actually went out to find that stuff, and I think they actually ended up with like a. I think that one of them ended up with a Nintendo DS instead because they couldn't find one of them. I think it was actually the frankincense they couldn't find, so they just got a DS.
Is that the one where they were about to go into Iran, but they were not allowed in there?
I think so, because they were travelling to Bethlehem. Yeah, I think that was the one. Yeah.
I'll never forget the bottom one. Gold, Frankenstein, and grrr. Do you not remember that?
Oh, I think so. I'm gonna have to watch bottom again.
Oh, you need to. It was the weird Christmas.
I have got the first. I might have the second series as well, but I've got the first series on DVD, so I'll have to rewatch those.
I think it was like the second or third series, but it was a weird Christmas episode they did. Oh, you need to.
Yeah, it's been a few years, but I really love that series.
It's my all-time favourite. So yeah, we're winding down at the moment. We kind of, because news went on and what we've been playing, it kind of went on a bit.
It's getting a bit late now.
It's welcome, and yes, it's
getting on.
Getting on a bit. So we're just winding down, talking bollocks, and we'll be ready to do the same next week.
Do you want to explain what happened with that game? On Xbox.
Oh god, yeah. People can have a little bit of a laugh at me at the moment. Apart from Cat, who wants to be dead. A couple of days back, when I bought, or at least I didn't realise I had bought Mars Waterlogs. It's hard to explain, but basically, you know, Microsoft recently changed for that the whole.
They got rid of the points. Didn't they?
Yeah. Well, the new system kind of, I don't know, it just seems a bit kind of funny. I don't know, I can't explain it.
Like, not
just
obvious.
It's a bit kind of slimy. Because like, basically, I don't know about PS, I haven't been a PS3 gamer, but it's like, you know, like you buy things with money, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, is it easy to check your account balance?
Yes.
Right. On Xbox it's not, right?
Yeah.
And the way I would always check my balance, like back with the points, was you go in to purchase a game and you click the confirm purchase. I say click, you press A, and it will come up with your account balance before and after the purchase, and you go, oh, that's how much I got, such and such. Like, I've got a couple of hundred. You back out.
Okay. So even then, you had to do a transaction
you had to sort of
see what.
you had to sort of dick about.
Silly.
And like the way they sort of go, like the way they suggest it is just go online. So I don't want to have to load up a computer just to look at my bloody account balance. So I used to do it. Yeah, I've been doing that for about 3 years now, maybe 2.5 years. No, about 3 years I've been doing that. I've been doing how much have I got? Yeah, I don't remember. And I look on it and go that much. Okay, well I'll come back out.
Yeah.
Well, now that doesn't really happen.
Oh.
So I ended up, without even realising how I could have done it, I ended up buying Mars Warlogs, which annoyed me because you remember I emailed you going, I think Microsoft are fucked up.
Yeah, I never.
Well, because the thing was like, I don't know how.
You thought you got the game for free.
Yeah, well,
by accident because you had the demo and then you somehow unlocked the full version.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was acting like there was a fuck up. Because at no point with Mars, see with another game I did it with, I can understand that. Like I'll tell you in a second, but with Mars Warlords, I never could really click that confirm purchase thing. I mean, for starters, the game came out ages ago, like quite a few months back, when it was still points. So at no point did I actually confirm it. So be careful. That's really a bit funny. Weird. Yeah. So basically, what happened was, remember I messaged you because.
Yeah, you thought you got it for free.
Basically, I wanted to check because it come up with price drops. You know, like it does that every so often. They'll drop the price on a load of games. Yeah. Like Mega Man 10 recently got it, and I'm going to grab that soon because that's down to like £6 something now.
Have you not got Mega Man 10? Or
I've got it on the Wii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I got Mega Man 9 and 10 all on there. So sorry. I wanted to check the price because it said price drop. I was like, oh, how much is it then? But every time I went on it and looked at the game details, it just come up with download again, like I'd already bought it. So something funny went on there. So I went, what do? I loaded up the game and it was still saying unlock full game, all that sort of stuff. So that's strange. So I went to unlock full game and it come up with. Like it acted like I owned it, even
though it said unlock full game.
Yeah, it was still the
game.
Trial version. So I went, what? Yeah, I was like, where's the bloody price? And like, even when I went to click to it, the only option it had was download again. So I got really pissed off with it.
That normally does only come up if you purchase something.
So I deleted it and then I re-downloaded it. And then when I re-downloaded it, that's when I sent you the email going, oh my god, because it was the full version. So I thought I got it for free and there was some kind of fuck up. But no. Couple of days later, I got I checked my emails just to be sure, and it had said that about a week ago I bought the game, even though I didn't.
So when abouts did the transaction happen?
Well, it said it was on the 11th. So
what I mean is when you were playing it, when did it?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, that's really weird.
I don't understand that one, right? But yeah, this was the little story that I thought, you could have a laugh at me for. Because I've done it again a couple of days ago with DuckTales Remastered. And I wanted to check my account balance because I've got the rewards scheme, and I don't check my emails very often. So I always want to check my balance to see, when, because I'm buying stuff all the time on there. So I want to see when stuff gets added. And I had about 40p added. So I went on to... my games list, and I just wanted to find something that was I've only got the demo of, so I could confirm purchase, bring up the thing. So anyway, I did it with DuckTales. I went confirm purchase, and then it come up with I've got £5.40 odd on my balance. I was like, okay, so I went to back out of it, and it come up with you've got £5 on your balance. Would you like to add this to your purchase? I went no, so I pressed no to come out of it. But what it actually did was it went okay, we'll just charge the full amount to Kat's card. Because the last card we used was Kat, my fiance, it was her card. Because I got my one on there as well, but we
surely
used...
if you said no, that means you don't want to buy it. Well, we do want to.
That's the thing. It backed out of it and went back to the the game details. And I went, okay, that's good. And then suddenly it came up with, bing, it's downloaded. And I went, oh, you prick. And
that's so cryptic.
And literally, this was about 10 minutes before Kat was coming back from work, so I was going,
accidentally purchased something again because the Xbox is so awkward about
it's bad enough that it wasn't my card either. It happened to be hers because it was, she was the last person to have bought something on there. So because we got both our cards up there. Yeah. So I went. Oh, have I bought this? Did something happen? Did something go wrong and I got it for free? I went. Oh no, I would never have got it for free. This is Microsoft. Their games might never work properly, but their payment system is rigid. So yeah, she come home from
except
work.
for the fact that you can accidentally buy things.
Yeah. So like this new system basically, right? It doesn't confirm properly. You go to confirm purchase, obviously confirm, but yeah, that's a big thing. But it used to give you a nice little screen and tells you everything.
Yeah,
and like,
it's like when you're on the PS3 one, it will say how much you're spending, how much is in your thing.
That's it. Yeah.
Blah blah blah. It does all that.
And that's what I used to use to gauge how much I got. And then I'll just back out and just go, right, I don't want it. I just wanted to check my balance.
Yeah.
So anyway, please be careful, people, because you will end up accidentally buying
I think this
stuff.
is actually getting. I mean, like as I was saying earlier about all the microtransactions, some of that stuff was really kind of cryptically done. I mean, like on Forza, they had them two buttons on the screen at the same time that led to the same thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything about purchasing. It just said press Y to level up. That's what it said. And then
it didn't tell you.
And then most of the stuff that you buy, it doesn't tell you how much it is until you go into it.
Yeah.
Like on Crimson Dragon, it was like, do you want to confirm? Do you want to purchase this? Confirm yes or no before it's even told you the price.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
it's
and then
dirty,
and then it just
really is.
I mean, like all this stuff about like what we were talking about a while back about iPhone games and like them trying to clamp down on like microtransactions in iPhone games because kids are accidentally buying things because they don't know it's real money. The same kind of thing's going to happen with consoles at this rate. They're really going to have to clamp down on this shit because it's starting to get ridiculous. Like they're deliberately getting cryptic about like when you're spending money and when you're not.
Exactly.
It's really dodgy.
So it's funny you should say that about the kids actually, because when Kat came over and she just saw me sort of twiddling my thumbs going that can you check your account balance? And she went, what do you mean? What do you mean? I went, I might have accidentally spent about £15 on stuff. And she went, you are. And honestly, I felt like the sort of 6 or 7 year old who's got hold of his mum's card and doesn't understand what money is. So I was sitting there going, Now, luckily, we managed to kick up a fuss and get Microsoft to refund DuckTales. But in the end, I said to him, I'll keep Mars Warlords because I like that.
Oh, you got DuckTales for refunded?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, Kat actually had a go at me last night because she came in and she said to me, she told me not to play it. And when she came in last night, she could just hear and I was doing that again.
So wait, you played it and then got a refund?
Well, I haven't got the refund yet.
Oh, right.
And that's why I started playing it, because I was just thinking, you pricks, you took my money. I've got the license at the moment. I'm gonna fucking play it. So I played the first couple of levels, and then I started feeling too guilty. And
was it because you wanted to play you wanted to get it on retail if it comes out?
Yeah, exactly.
I know it's only confirmed for America at the moment, but I think we'll probably get it.
Well, it's not only that, but if I am gonna get it, I'd rather sort of wait till it's on sale because I'm not.
It's like 15 quid, isn't it? Or
it's a tenner on Xbox. That's not a bad price, but I mean, call me mental, but I think for DuckTales, I reckon I'll probably try and get it when it's on like a $5 or something. Because I like the game, I do. I think it's a really good remake. But
I might try and get it on Steam, if not Steam, and then I might try and get the retail PS3 one when it comes out, which will obviously cost more, but it will come down.
I'll tell you what, I want more, but I'm still going to wait till it's on sale. I want to get
because we're cheap asses.
Yeah, basically.
I'm definitely a cheap ass.
I'm a poor ass. I've got the kick being born in a couple of months. So.
Yeah, so you're going to have to get cheap games.
We've been spending like mad on baby stuff.
Yeah.
But what I really want to get is the remake of Castle Illusion, because I played the demo of that and it's brilliant. Really
I thought it was quite good as well. Yeah,
looking forward to that. And I love the original, which I've only just recently started playing.
It's one of my favourite Mega Drive games.
It's great, really good.
Yeah.
So here we go. Have a laugh at me. I am the 7-year-old who gets hold of his parents.
To be fair, though, they have made it. That does sound like they've made it really awkward. Like,
it's just something I've been doing for years, and suddenly, like, it's a mistake now. So it's just annoying, really.
Yeah. You can't just confirm. You can't. There isn't enough confirm screens.
Yeah. Well, it's just the fact that you knew. You know what I mean? Even though you said confirm purchase, it come up with your, you know what I mean, like another screen to make sure you've spent that money.
Yeah, that's what you need really, because especially like.
So basically, Microsoft, is it really that hard to just have a way of checking your account balance without having to go on a computer next to you or start to make? I have
to go all the way over there.
Is it that much to ask for to have the ability to do it on the console?
Oh yeah, for sure. Because I mean, like on the PlayStation, you can. So.
Yeah. It's just irritating. I can't remember. I don't know how much I got now. I can't tell you now because I spent £2.60 odd on Minecraft.
Skyrim thing, yeah.
That's annoying actually because I should have kept the £5 for the next sale. Oh, there's one other thing I just want to say as well. The games for gold, the free Xbox games for gold, they've been shit for the last 2 months.
Oh.
What is it now? It's the what's his name? Is it Tim Shaver, the Double Fine guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's his game. I mean, he makes
Legend.
If it was, I'd be well happy.
Yeah.
But no, it's Iron Brigade. Now, the only reason I don't want it is because it's one of them bloody defence things.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not mad on those.
Yeah, it's like multiplayer defence kind of thing, so I didn't want it. But before that, it was something I didn't care. It was like World of Kiflings, which is awful.
What? Yeah. The hell is that? World of Kiflings?
It's crap.
That's got a silly name.
It's a silly game.
Kiflings just sounds like a kind of like cartoon creature, like the Smurfs or something.
Pretty much.
Or the Snorks.
That's pretty much what it is.
It sounds like a crappy 80s cartoon.
It's like a kind of build your own world thing, I believe. I don't know the full details of it, but I know it's like something to do with like build your own world. And it involves your avatars. It's just a silly, quirky game. One of them. I don't care. Yeah. And then before that, it was something I didn't care about. It's been about 2 months of games I just don't want.
I can't remember what the next PlayStation Plus ones are, to be honest. You have any idea? Because I can't even remember. No, I can't remember now, but yeah,
they'd be good.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they were this time, but
yeah, well, they tend to be like pretty good, don't they?
Yeah, for the most part.
It's anything that's got like more than 17 on like Metacritic.
Metacritic as well. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and it's usually games that have come out in the last year as well. So
yeah,
it's very rarely anything older than that.
So like, you don't really get a lot of games that are like bad, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a couple other games came in the post. I said I started collecting some like promo games.
Yeah.
I didn't win. I was watching some on eBay, and most of them I didn't win, but I did manage to win a copy of Bioshock Infinite.
Hey, you got that then?
Yeah.
Hey,
it arrived yesterday, so I haven't played it yet, but.
I'll tell you, as you remember when we started doing the podcast, I was just saying how it really is an impressive game.
Yeah.
This is me who does not like, but I do not like the Bioshock games. And, because you both of you, didn't you? You guys
I haven't played it much. Stacey's played the second one quite
earlier in the year I was playing the multiplayer, and I did quite like the multiplayer. I got killed a lot, but
I didn't even know I had multiplayer.
Yeah, it's kind of basic multiplayer. But
yeah, you just go around shooting other characters and like.
That's what you generally do.
I just thought I'd mention it because do you know about the DLC for the new one?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
You go back to what's it called? Rapture, I think it's called.
Yeah,
the under.
Yeah, you go back there.
Yeah, you go back there. It's quite interesting. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's cool. You got a promo copy of that.
Yeah, it's the same. It's obviously it's a full game.
Yeah.
It's just in a little case.
Yeah.
And the box art is just the logo. It hasn't got that kind of ugly artwork of the bloke with the American flag behind him. So it's actually kind of better. Yeah. And the other one the other promo game I got was Vanquish.
Oh, right.
As in the Platinum Game Demo. I did play that once. I did actually own it for a short while. And I did
looks interesting.
It's not really.
I
just found. I found it kind of hard to play, but I'm going to give it another shot.
I'm only just like.
I'm going to give it
a video of it.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
So.
Any other little stories about anything? I know there was. I remember you saying something about you were going to tell us last week about some nutter. We got another nutter story about. You didn't. You didn't even tell us it outside of the podcast.
Really, I didn't.
I don't think you did.
Oh God!
But you were like saying for the podcast.
Oh yeah. Because we like to try and do that, get our genuine reaction. There's like Phil with his pubes and stuff. Well, basically, it was about 2.5 weeks ago now.
Genuine reaction to Phil's pubes. Need some context. What episode was that in?
Oh, it was ages ago.
Yeah.
It was
an old clip.
It's a sentence you don't want to repeat a lot.
Yeah. Postman saw me pubes.
I've got to dig out a few more of those old podcasts.
Yeah, you should actually. Quite funny.
Well, basically, it was about 2.5 weeks ago. I was here in Essex Town.
Essex Town. The Essex Town.
Yeah.
Southend's the only one.
And I had a little bit of loose change, so I went into the local game exchange, CEX as they call it.
Sex shop.
Yeah.
Zick shop. Zick shop.
So I was in there and I got really excited because I finally found, after bloody years of trying to find it, admittedly I haven't looked incredibly hard, but I managed to find a copy of, unfortunately not in great condition but good enough, it works, is Fallout Brotherhood of Steel on the PS2.
Oh, that game I picked up.
Yes.
Which I still haven't played.
Well, basically I really, really want to get it, so I was really chuffed. It was only £2.50, so I thought, brilliant.
Okay, that's good.
So I was in the queue, and me and a bunch of other guys, we sort of just started hearing this weird laughing, like proper cackly, like over the top. Yeah. From the other end of the shop.
That's what cackling is.
Just in case you were ever left in any doubt.
Yeah.
And we looked over, and we could just see this man, woman, just mental case. And anyway, she started, like, as we all noticed her, we went, oh Christ. I remember turning to the guy next to me, he was like with his missus, and we both just looked at each other and exchanged a sort of, God. And then we sort of looked down, and then as I sort of was looking back round, I noticed she was suddenly walking towards us, and I was like, oh, okay. No. But here's the thing, like, we were in a queued off a section that was separate for the queue. Okay. Like it had all the ropes,
yeah.
So it was like you're clearly not supposed to walk through it. Yeah. And she decided to, like, she had loads of room. Like, it wasn't, there was no obstruction everywhere else. But she decided she had to walk through the queue, and I just refused to move. I just looked round, like, sort of folded my arms and just pretended I didn't see her coming. And suddenly, like, I kind of almost forgot she was there because she just stood there for ages, and I was kind of just looking around. And, like, eventually I just said, can you move? Excuse me. And I was like, oh, Jesus. And I went, no, this is the queue. And she sort of, like, nudged past me and sort of mumbled a load of crap. And the guy, like, behind me, the one I exchanged a look at, he sort of went, oh, do you mind? Like, he had a great big pram with her and everything. It was just hassle.
Even though there's loads of room next to the queue,
there was loads of room.
You
could have fit a man bus through there.
A man bus.
So I don't know what a man bus is.
Me neither.
But
bus with
a bus
hairy chest.
But so she went through, and, like, she annoyed that couple. They had a big pram, and the girlfriend was getting really pissed off about it because she had to shuffle and everything. So anyway, I decided that annoyed me so much because of the way she was going, can you move? Can you move? And, and then she just barged past me, so I got really annoyed, and I was trying to ignore it, and I went, oh, there you go, $2.50, bought the game. And then I started walking out, and I went, you know what? Nah, I'm going to go and tell her. Worst mistake of my life. Because basically she was looking at, like...
Do not confront a nutter.
Yeah, well, basically I learnt my lesson now, but, she was standing on the edge of this shelf right at the back. So I just sort of nudged I nudged around the side, leant around the side of this aisle, and I went, you want to watch how you talk to people? And I started walking off. I just said it like that. I sort of said it a bit quiet. I don't know why. I just went, you want to watch how you speak to people? And, like, I kind of started to turn, and she sort of got in my face a bit and started shouting. I went, oh, shut up. And then, like, she grabbed me with her pincery little hands. She had really strong pincery little hands. And, like, she grabbed my coat, and I couldn't get my arm away. And basically, like, I don't want to sound like, ooh, I'm really hard, but basically I know how to do all this, like, deflecty kind of... Because I used to do Tanks of Dow back in the day. And
I don't want to sound hard, but...
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm a short, fat as man. But basically, I know it sounds ridiculous, right? But you couldn't pull away. She had such strong grip. She was actually hurting my arm.
Okay.
And she also had my coat.
Was she like an old woman, or?
No, she was. She looks quite young, actually. She must have been about my age, like, sort of early 20s.
Really?
She was the mental.
Really?
Yeah, she was quite, sort of young. But anyway, not only did she have really strong grip, she was actually hurting me, right? But she also had, like, my coat kind of, scrunched up way, so I couldn't get it. And I'm not trying to, but basically I know how to twist my arm and push down, so I wasn't hurting her or anything, but I was getting out of the grip. I went to her, "Can you not touch me?" And anyway, she grabbed me, and this was the funniest thing ever. She started screaming at the top of her lungs, "He's drunk, he's having a go at me." I was thinking, where'd you get that from? Why am I drunk? Because I approach people that insult me. So anyway, she went, "He's
very
drunk."
quietly.
It's the first thing she said before anything else. Because like I said, she got in my face, but she didn't really say anything. She was sort of going, like didn't know what to say. And that's when I just went,
I guess that's where he's drunk came from. She was trying to think of something.
Well, that's it. That's exactly what it was. He's drunk. She literally shouted at the top of her lungs, "He's drunk. He's abusing me," or something like that. Despite the fact I was walking off and she had my arm in this lock. So if, for instance, a policeman was in the vicinity, I could have got because for those who've, for not English listeners, like American and stuff like that, the laws are very, very silly in England. Like, you can get in trouble. Our self-defence kind of laws are a bit weird, aren't they? Because she grabbed me first, I could have got her arrested. Because I didn't threaten her. I just said, "You want to watch how he talks to people," and then I started walking off. So I didn't threaten her in any way. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't raise my hand, nothing, right? And it was quite clearly on CCTV, she just lunged at me and started grabbing me, which is assault. So that's why I'm saying about, like, in America and stuff, I don't think I'm not 100% sure, I'm probably talking bollocks, but I'm pretty sure in this country our laws are a bit too nanny-statey and a bit silly, because, like the whole thing about, for instance, what I'm saying about grabbing people to stop them. I think. Okay, I'm not sure, but I'm not going to get too far into it. But basically, over here, you can't just grab someone, even if you're stopping them. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if you're stopping them because they've done something wrong.
To get run over,
or you're holding them there for the police. You can't really do that. There are citizens arrest sort of rules, but it's very grey here. Yeah. Don't touch people in this country. Don't do it. Don't even push people out of the way. No. If someone's being horrible to you, you can't even start pushing them. It's ridiculous. So anyway, I'm not stupid, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to be violent. I just wanted to tell her she's rude. So anyway, she grabbed me. She was screaming, and at this point, I didn't respond to her apart from doing that, twist and push the arm.
Did that work? Did that actually?
It got her out, but she kept doing it.
Oh.
She kept grabbing me again. I just kept doing it, like doing the same twist and the sort of. I didn't push, but I went down like that. Pushed her arm off me. And she was getting annoyed because I could actually do that. Because it got to the point where, see, this is why I'm saying hard. I'm not hard, But basically, it got to the point where I was just deflecting her, stopping her from doing it at all. I was just going like that, knocking the arm back.
Doing the old Street Fighter 3 parry.
Yeah, well, it's more like Shenmue. It was more like Shenmue because it was like press Y, duck away, that kind of stuff. And I was just walking off. I just wanted to get out of there at this point. I didn't want... Because I was already getting people on her side, looking round going, "Oh, he's attacking her." Despite the fact I was walking off and she was just latching on to me like something from... Oh, God, like... if you play Zelda Ocarina of Time and you get the zombies that sit on you and munch on your head, it was like that.
It is still about video games.
Oh, yeah, always. I was buying a video game and I got attacked like something from a video game. So, just to wrap it up, in the end, like, nothing really happened. I was just walking off and she kept, grabbing me and I was just deflecting, all that sort of stuff. But I just walked off because I knew she was an absolute nutcase. I knew that staying there wouldn't have done anything. I wasn't worried about the police turning up either, because I would have just gone to and checked CCTV and "Can you get her off me, please?" But basically what happened was, the thing that annoyed me the most about it, the guy in the queue, he was funny. He said something when she started, like the staff there, like the staff at these CEX shops, they're always little spotty bellends anyway. And they didn't know what to do. They were standing there with terrified looks on. Oh, but the guy in the queue, the one who got annoyed with her, he went, "No one's listening, you prick." That was brilliant. But there were people all around me that actually thought I had done something to her. So that's the only thing I was worried about, because I had like this couple come round and like the guy
clearly ain't seen anything.
Yeah. They came round the corner and the guy looked like he wanted to smack me. So I was thinking, here we go. I'm gonna get lynched here for doing nothing. And then one of the little fucking dicks come out, like the guy who worked there. He went, "Can you leave the store, please?" And I went to him. Do you want to actually tell her? Because at this point she was grabbing the back of me like this.
God.
So I went to him, yeah, you want to talk to her, mate? And then I walked off, and I had to do the thing again. She did a really big grab, and I had to push the arm downwards, basically. Yeah. And then this other guy went, he sort of like, he looked like he was trying to be a bit sort of heroic, you know, like... he should have had a fedora. And he went to me, do you want me to call the police for you? And sort of staring at me like, I'm going to do it. And I went to him, please do, mate. And I walked off. And then like there was people gathered in at the front of the shop as well, like outside in the doorway, because they saw something happen. And I got out the door. She stood at the back of the shop at this point, just shouting and getting everyone's attention. And as I left, like all these people were gathering around, I just went, fucking nutcase, and walked off. Luckily, no one killed me. But yeah, that's why I wanted to tell you about it the other week. Isn't that just insane?
That's ridiculous.
Absolute mental.
You seem to get a lot of people like that in CX. I do remember being there one time and seeing someone like proper shouting at the staff and getting arrested.
Oh wow.
That wasn't when we went to this one in Stratford, was it, or was that someone else?
I can't remember. And you know when that 99p store that's right near it opened? Not long after it opened, I do remember going in there. I think we both went in there. I can't remember. And someone in there just started smashing jars of pickle and stuff.
I don't think I was there.
No,
I mean, every town has a contingent of nutters, but I like to think that Southend has got one hell of a selection.
It's got an assortment, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to towns...
A selection tin of nuts.
Yeah,
They contain nuts.
I've been to towns, I don't want to specify because I might annoy people, but I've been to towns that have been known to have quite a lot of inbred.
Oh dear.
I'm not going to specify, I'll tell you when the thing up. And they still don't have as many nutters as like Westcliff, which is still in Southend, but just down the sort of road. Yeah, I mean Westcliff on any time of the day. Because I lived there for a little while, and I used to go to college at the time, and it would be like 9 o'clock in the morning, walking up to college, and there'll be people pissed out of their heads. It's like, seriously, you just got drunk now. You know, and then like, there's drunks, there's literally just every bus is just chock full of
Come to Southend.
Well, I can't stand this town. I've lived there my whole life and I hate it. But yeah, basically I tend to think that, I'm sure everyone sort of says this about their hometown, but basically I think we've got more nutters than anywhere else. Just every time I go out, I will see at least.
I do remember another time years ago, some old woman just kicking a bag full of like glass bottles about.
I wish I saw the one smashing the jars of pickles.
Yeah. No, she just. I can't remember who or what. I just remember hearing and seeing it happen. Just someone just picked one up randomly and smashed it, probably while arguing with someone.
Wow.
So
that ended up going on for quite a while. So yeah, thanks for listening. We're going to wrap it up now. On that
note, video game / weirdos we met down the road.
Well, it's funny you should say that because when we had Simon on a couple of weeks back now,
he was talking about.
We were talking about freaky people.
His experiences. Some in Poland and some here, wasn't it?
Well, that's what made me laugh about it because it was only about a week after that incident, and I was just like, I wish this happened a week before. I wish it never happened actually. But
well, yeah.
As far as I say that nothing happened, but all we might know, like there'll be an episode of Crime Watch airing tonight saying the brown hoodied attacker, and it'll be a reconstruction of me, and then like it will show the CCTV footage, and they'll somehow tweak it to make it look like I'm punching it or something, or just he was using some kind of strange deflecting martial arts.
Using some dark martial arts.
Yeah. We're looking for the Tang Sandao killer. We noticed his hoodie resembles that of a video game character who uses martial arts.
Clearly influenced by this evil video game.
Clearly.
Shinmu.
And clearly video games are still a source of great evil. And they encouraged him to go out and attack this poor innocent nutter. So anyway, that's me done. A bit of a failure, really, aren't I?
The last half hour has just been.
Yeah, it's been.
I fail at buying things.
I went above I went over my fiance's head and bought things I shouldn't have.
By accident.
Selfishly. No, not by accident. It was on purpose. It was selfish. And I attack women in shops.
Apparently. Oh dear.
Oh, I'm going to go home and cry.
Well, on that light note.
On that bombshell.
Oh dear.
You've been listening to Lucky Hit.
So anyway, we got some
in the world.
on pause before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got some quite nice stuff coming up on Wednesday. We've got the day we're going to go up to London and just have a look at stuff. Well, mainly we want to go to that Dreamcast event, but before that we're going to try out that I think it's called Heart of Gaming Arcade.
Yeah.
I think we should go check that out.
Yeah, I mean we've been wanting to for a little while.
Yeah,
so
you
now
just
we
pay
now
one price to go in, and they've got
Yeah.
loads of old games in there, and they've got that DDR machine that has like hundreds of custom songs on it.
So yeah, it's like pay on the door, which is the sort of thing
That's
that's
what I think they
becoming
should
a thing now, isn't it?
Well, I think it should be more of a thing. I think more.
Well, yeah,
arcades
I
need to
want
do
it to be more
Pay-
of a thing, but yeah,
pay
it is
go
starting
in
to
and
happen.
Just play what you want.
Yeah. So
Because then you're not going to get all people just bumming about kicking the machines.
Yeah.
Because they only go in
Because
there
that's
because
all
they're
we
free.
that's all we see now, isn't it? We go in there,
lot
we
of
want
the
to
time,
play
yeah.
like the old game in the arcade, and there's just kids sitting on
At least
there.
when we were in there the other week, it was just mainly like kids and their parents. But
Yeah.
that's
No, but
not
what
bad.
annoys me is when you get like the chavies go in there, and it's like they sit there,
That's
but not only do they
exactly.
like not play it, they just sit on it, but they're actually really violent with the machines, and like you
Yeah.
wonder why the
I
machines
think
are
that's
constantly
why,
breaking.
yeah.
Like now, for instance, I've seen kids like pick up things like House of Dead where it's got the gun, and they wave the gun around and they're smacking it and all this sort of stuff. Or when they sit on the steering wheels, they're the worst. They sit on there and they yank the wheels around and go, look at me, I'm a wanker. They say that.
That's exactly what they say. Word for word quote.
Gay toner, and start smacking the machine around.
Poor Daytona. Deserves better.
Well, he deserves more than Chav's abusing him, yeah. Abusing him.
Abusing him, yeah, abusing the singer of Daytona.
Leave me alone. Okay, we're just talking shit.
I'm just a quaint little Japanese man that sings cheesy songs. Leave me alone.
Okay, go on, we're just talking bollocks now.
What, just now?
Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks for listening. This is another 2-hour long one.
Maybe, I don't know yet.
Maybe.
We did sort of skip a main topic.
Yeah, I
Kind
know,
of.
but we've reached like 40 minutes on this one.
Anyway, I've been the Gagaman.
I've been okay.
I've been CherryTerrier.
And we've been Lucky Hit. I don't know where that came from. Hopefully at some point we'll actually be able to get Phil back on and come back to musical hijinks. Because next weekend I'm going to be at Stacey's, so
Okay, yeah.
we might have to. I think we might have to do one the day after the event actually, because then we can talk about that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
that'd be pretty good.
That
So
sounds
that'll
good.
be actually sooner than a week then, really.
Right.
Well,
That
maybe
obviously
we'll
means
sort
I
that
won't be returning, but
on the next one now.
yeah.
So we'll mix it up.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't
Keep
really
it
matter
fresh.
what day we do it. So yeah, it's a surprise who's on the podcast each week, and it's a surprise when the podcast goes out because it's never consistent.
I like
most podcasts are like every Wednesday or every Tuesday, but this one is just whenever.
Well, the original plan is Wednesday. We do still try.
Well,
to,
we record
'cause
them
we
on
edit it,
Wednesday and
yeah.
then they come out like Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. But it's only recently that it's been messed around with because of like problems
Lots
with
of
people's availability and stuff.
busyness and that.
So we will get back on that track. So thanks for listening, and thank you again for all your card details with the as you have just purchased the next series of podcasts. So it's that's £20 each.
£5 an episode.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for that. That's really cool. Because if you read the small print, you wouldn't have got into the situation. Only joking. We haven't taken your money.
Shall we end on a song or?
If you want.
Oh, if I can think of one.
Alright.
Either way, if we play a song, we play it. and if we
Whoa,
don't-
lucky hit. Yeah.
That's the song. Right, we're done. Alright, see you next week, whenever.
Or I'll beat you up. If you're a mental.
Bye.